The hospital lobby was nearly empty that night, the fluorescent lights flickering faintly as a storm raged outside. Nurses hurried past, and the faint beeping of monitors echoed through the halls. In a corner, a young single mother, Maria, held her daughter Lily, who was pale and shivering. Maria's voice trembled as she approached the front desk. "Please, someone, save my daughter," she pleaded, clutching Lily tightly. Her words seemed to dissolve into the sterile air. Most of the staff were busy, the waiting room silent except for the occasional cough. But one man stopped in his tracks. He was impeccably dressed, his tailored suit slightly damp from the rain outside. His sharp gaze softened the moment he saw Maria and Lily. This was Daniel Hart, a billionaire who rarely stepped out of his corporate towers. But tonight, something pulled him inside the hospital, something he couldn't ignore. "What's happening?" he asked gently, approaching the terrified mother. Maria's eyes welled up. "My daughter. She's been sick for days. I don't have insurance. I don't have money. I can't save her on my own." Daniel's mind raced. In a world of wealth, power, and influence, he had solved countless crises with money. But this, the helplessness in Maria's eyes, was different, raw, human, immediate. "Take me to her," he said calmly. In the emergency room, Lily was rushed into care. Daniel spoke with doctors, coordinated treatment, and even sat by her side, holding her tiny hand as machines beeped rhythmically. Hours passed, tension stretching into exhaustion, until Lily finally stabilized. But Daniel didn't stop there. He arranged for all medical bills to be covered, and even set up a fund to ensure Lily's ongoing care. He spent days quietly helping Maria navigate resources, connecting her to programs that could give her a fresh start. One evening, as Lily opened her eyes and smiled at him, Maria's voice broke. "Why are you doing all this?" she asked. Daniel leaned back in the chair, a rare softness on his face. "Because sometimes the world needs more than money. It needs people to care. And tonight, you both reminded me of what that means." Lily reached out, tiny fingers wrapping around his hand, and whispered, "Thank you." At that moment, Daniel realized that real wealth isn't measured by buildings or accounts. It's measured in compassion, in the lives we touch, and in hope restored. Weeks later, as Maria and Lily left the hospital, Maria turned to Daniel with tears in her eyes. "You didn't just save her. You saved our lives." Daniel smiled quietly. "No, you saved each other. I just helped remind you of that." And as they walked into the sunlight, Daniel understood something profound. True acts of kindness are never wasted. They ripple outward, touching hearts, changing lives, and sometimes even the heart of a billionaire. The emergency room was chaotic, the wail of monitors mixing with hurried footsteps and the distant sound of sirens outside. Amid the chaos, a young single mother, Sarah, knelt beside her daughter, Emma, who was pale and barely conscious. "Please, someone help my daughter," Sarah cried, her voice raw with desperation. Nurses passed by, too busy to stop. The world seemed to have turned a blind eye. Then a man appeared, his presence commanding yet gentle. Lucas Bennett, a billionaire known for his fortune and philanthropy, had come to check on a charity project in the hospital. But the sight of Sarah and Emma froze him in place. He approached carefully. "What's happening?" Sarah's tears fell freely. She's very sick. I don't have the money for treatment. Please help my daughter." Lucas's heart ached. In his life of privilege, he had faced challenges, but nothing felt as urgent, as human, as this moment. "Let's get her treated right away," he said. Inside the ICU, Emma's condition was critical. Lucas stayed by her side, coordinating with doctors, ensuring that every test and procedure happened without delay. Hours crawled by, tension building with every beeping monitor. Then came the twist. The doctors discovered a rare but treatable condition that, if addressed immediately, could save her life. Without Lucas's intervention, the delay could have been fatal. Emma slowly recovered, her small hand reaching out to Lucas. Sarah's eyes filled with gratitude and disbelief. "I don't even know how to thank you." Lucas smiled softly. "You don't need to. Seeing her well, that's enough." But he didn't stop there. He arranged full medical coverage for Emma and helped Sarah find a stable job and housing, giving them a chance to rebuild their lives. Weeks later, as Lucas walked through the hospital lobby, he noticed a small drawing taped to a bulletin board, a picture of Emma and Sarah smiling under the sun. On the bottom, in crayon, Emma had written, "Thank you for saving me." Lucas paused, feeling a warmth he hadn't known in years. True wealth, he realized, wasn't in money or titles. It was measured in lives touched, in hope restored, and in the courage to act when it matters most. As Sarah and Emma left the hospital that day, hand in hand, Lucas whispered to himself, "Sometimes saving a life means more than giving money. It means giving humanity."